welcome everyone that's tuned in for the Rockets Elite Spring League tournament here against the Ascend hockey team. Nobody knows really where they're from. And I don't know all the players' names, so this will be fun. Really, I don't know hardly, half of them. I know some of them actually. There's Big Jarrett. Now the Rockets take control of it. Hold up in the corner. Now skating into the slot. Shot over the head of the goalie. Ascend picks it up behind the net. Sends it out to the point. Follis is there. Center pass gets missed. Now Ascend picks it up into the neutral zone, but the Rockets are held up at the hold it up at the blue line, and now head back in. Half of the Rockets go for a line change. Now they lose the zone, and it goes into the neutral zone. Now at the point, Salmons whiffs on it a little bit, gets checked into the boards, goes out, puts a stick on the puck. Ascend still has it in the neutral zone, tries to get it in, gets checked into the boards. Now a Rocket shot off the glove hand of the goalie. Another shot goes off the back of the net. Rockets come away with it in the slot shot. Deflected out in front. Rocket, it's holding it in the zone. Gardner comes in on defense. Now Ascend picks up a little bit of speed, sends it into the neutral zone. Benoit and Salmons back behind. Salmons sends it off the boards and into the Ascend zone. No icing on the play. Oh yeah, that probably wasn't Augie. That was his old number, not his spring number. Shot and saved by the goalie. It looked like it went in, but it bounced off the back and then went out of the net. Not the back of the net. Somehow it looked like it was behind the goalie is all I'm saying. Now Ascend's heading back the other way. They got a shot chance here. Blocked out in front. Saved by the goalie, I think. Rockets pass it up. McLaughlin sends it into the Ascend zone, and that's going to be icing on the Rockets. It's going to give us a face-off inside the Rockets zone. Face-off won by the Rockets, back to Follis. Pass up to looks like maybe Gross. Gross sends it across the ice. Rockets now attacking back the other way. Held up in the circle. Center pass. Rockets not able to do anything with that. Now Rockets steal the puck back into the zone. Shot and defended out in front of the net by the Ascend goalie. And then he covers. I think that was Vachon on that one. Young slams it down into deep. See how I do on a little bit more zoomed in. Sometimes it's hard to follow. Rockets away with it now. It's changing direction in the corner. Ascend is right on top of them, though, not letting them do anything with the puck. Now center pass. Rockets right in front. It's glove save by the goalie. The Ascend goalie has a glove save right in front. He ripped that shot. Good save by Ascend. 8:15 left in the first period.
Yeah.
Face-off Ascend zone. Won by Ascend, but then controlled by the Rockets. Shot from the point, deflected, and then sent off to the left by the goalie. Off to his right. Now Ascend's heading back the other way. McLaughlin now with the puck. Skates around, gets a shot, and then scores. McLaughlin gets the goal with 7:55 left in the first period. Ascend with the face-off win. Now Ascend heading back the other way. They get shut down and sent outside. Now the Rockets kick it into the neutral zone. And past the blue line. Oh, center pass gets deflected out in front. The Rockets send it back deep into the corner. Check into the boards. Puck sent back to the point. He sends it back deep. And then Rockets lose the zone. Pass it across to the other defender. Now the Rockets are heading back the other way again. Past the blue line, shot, and deflected off to the right. I'm not sure if the goalie caught that or if it was on the puck. I guess it wasn't the post or it would have made a noise. Another shot from the right circle. It went high into the back glass. Shot again. And that one's going to score. That was Vachon for sure on that one. Center pass. They got a couple shots in. And second or third one went in. Back to the point. Follow shot. Deflected out in front, but doesn't go towards the net. Goes off to the side. Follow steps up again. Shot. Goes way up in the air. And into the net. Rockets chains everybody out. Ascend keeps everybody in. Face-off Ascend zone. Won by the Rockets and then sent back into the neutral zone. Rockets chasing after it. Benoit gets there, sends it out, and then that's going to be icing on Ascend. Face-off right here in front of me. Face-off won by the Rockets. Sent over, passed up the zone. Now in, they're going to get a shot here. Not quite. Set behind the net. Now Salmons at the points. Gets held in by his own Rocket, or not held in, but deflected off of, which didn't get into the zone. Now, Rockets head the other way again. Shot goes high. Now sends the Rockets again, send it deep into the zone. Sorry, my camera's kind of messed up. All right, sorry about that. Ascend with control. They can't get it out of the zone. Now they finally do. Cross the red line. Ascend's having a hard time moving forward with the puck. And that's going to end up on at the Rockets goalie, and he covers it for a second and then goes into it. Oh man, my camera's really messed up. Pass up now. Rockets pass the blue line. Shot on net goes high. Goalie put his glove up, but was even higher than that. Now in front of the net again. Rockets get deflected, can't get a shot. Now Gross on it. Vachon, center pass, now Fallis. Back towards the point. Rockets able to keep it in the zone. Center pass again, deflected by the goalie, stick out in front. Good play by the goalie. Fallis gets taken down in front of me. Rockets keep it in the zone. Rockets send it back deep into the zone again, go for a line change. Ascend tries to get it out of the zone quick. They do. They're in the neutral zone. They pass the red line, but no. Intercepted by the Rockets. They head back the other way. Mouth has a shot now. And he goes in. Alexander gets the chance and takes advantage of it and gets the goal for the Rockets to go up 3-0. Rockets take control of the face-off. Oh, now another shot. Oh, Mouth gets another one. There it is. Alexander gets 2 goals. Great job. Rockets 4-0 now. I'll tell you, Alexander's pumped. You know he's going to be going after that hat trick. His dad's got a hat on tonight too, so maybe he'll lose it into the crowd. Ascend now takes control. It's now Alexander sends it back. A little hip check. And they're going to call that interference, I think. He's laying down the law. Give me another beer, sweetie. I promise this is a clean show. Ascend comes away with it, but the Rockets are right back there. Center pass, shot, and the Ascend goalie blocks it this time. Thank you. They have like 25 Yeah, that's icing, sending the puck all the way back to the other side of the ice. All right, I think I got the camera balanced better now. Face-off control by Ascend. Now the Rockets keep it in the zone, though. Rockets clear it to the winger, now back into the neutral zone. Ascend picks it up, tries to send it deep, blocked in front. Now Rockets have a breakaway again, and tries to do just a little too much. There you go. Center pass, shot, oh my. Ripped that shot from the left top of the... That goalie felt lucky when he felt it in his glove. Rockets win the face-off, shot deflected out in front, another shot, and it goes behind the net. Now headed back the other way. Rockets pick it up, send it up towards the boards, but Ascend keeps it in, then stick by the Rockets keeps it in the Rockets' control. Now Gross, all by himself, takes it across the line, sends it deep, and goes after it. The Rockets changed 2 or 3 of the rest of that line. Quick shot at the period. I didn't even mention anything about the power play, but that's going to end the first period here. Rockets up 4-0. Starting out the second period, 13-minute periods today. Rockets lead 4-0. It's always tough to carry a lead. Let's see how the Rockets do here in the second. A trip. It's gonna send us into the penalty box right now. Minute 30, tripping. Dun dun dun. It's gonna give the Rockets a power play with 12:31 in the second period. 2-minute power plays. Shot from the point. One, can't get it through. Now Salmon steps up, sends it across the ice, pass. Oh my, shot right at center. Salmon's now shooting us up again. Rips a shot, it ends up wide. Back to Salmons at the point. He rips another one. It hits in front. Got to keep him lower, maybe. I don't know. Now another shot. Slot. Tight slot. Not really slot, I guess. That was left side net. And it's deflected and then covered. Those boys were hungry that shift. I'll tell you that. 1:05 left in the power play. Back to the point. Young sends it sailing towards the net. Goes wide right, I believe. The Rockets send it deep into the zone again. Around the boards now. Now the Rockets have lost the zone. No icing on the play. And sent deep by the Rockets into the zone, and they chase after it. Nice little check by Otto. Center pass. Rockets can't get a shot off. Now held in at the blue line again. Center around. Yeah, another big check by Young. Now Ascend has the puck. Now Rockets go for a line change, but they've got them surrounded. Shot goes off the back of the net. Now the puck enters the neutral zone. Power play's over. 5-on-5 play. Ascend now in on an icing. It's going to send the puck all the way down to the other side. 10:19 left in the period. And shot and saved by the goalie and then covered. Now Follis with the puck at the blue line. Shot ends up hitting Gross and stopping. Now back up at the blue line again. He sends it in deep. Vachon after it fast, but couldn't get there fast enough to get control of the puck. Ends up back in the Rockets, or back in the Ascend zone. pass and shot to Gross. Rockets can't quite capitalize on that. Now Follis shot and buries it from about 10 yards, maybe 8 yards inside the blue line, 10 feet. Great shot by Follis. It's going to put the Rockets up 5-0 with 9:42 left in the second period. Face-off, center ice. Rockets get it out of the zone, and that's going to be offsides on Ascend. Face off right outside the Rockets zone, won by the Rockets. Heading back the other way, make a pass and enter the blue line, enter the zone. Shot deflected off to the left, off the goalie's pad, and sent back deep into the zone. Center pass, but Rockets can't quite get a shot on that one. Now looks like Benoit sends it back in, but it's offsides on the Rockets. Salmon's Young in on defense now. Face-off sent over in the direction of Ascend. They center it, but then it's intercepted. Rockets into the zone. Shot deflected and then covered by the Ascend goalie. Face-off in Ascend zone. Won by the Rockets. Sent over to Henry Young at the point. He kind of flips it into the zone and then sent back up to him at the blue line. Salmon steps up, stops the puck. Now McLaughlin. Glove saved by the goalie. McLaughlin and Alexander battling for all the goals today, it seems like. And Vachon. We got three guys, I think, with the goals. And Follis, because we got one from the blue line. I think that's all of them. Face off. Back in the zone. Rockets behind the net. Now Ascend. Now Rockets. Now Ascend sends it up, but it's intercepted by the Rockets. Now sent back across the line. Defender picks it up for the Rockets, sends it up the ice, and they lose the zone. Ascend almost intercepted it. Now Vachon takes control, steals the puck, but then sends it over to the Rocket, who shoots it, deflected out in front, and then sent it back behind the net. And a couple shots on goal, and then covered by the Ascend goalie. Now face off inside Ascend zone. Follis sends it deep. Oh, not real deep. Alexander heads after the puck, centers it. Can't quite get a shot off the center pass. Now puck's in the right corner, sent back around by Ascend. Alexander after it. Lots of back and forth. Now Rockets behind the net. No, Ascend behind the net. I send it up to the defense. From the point shot, deflected out in front, barely off the stick of Alexander, and then glove saved by Ascend's goalie. The Rockets change everyone out, and so does Ascend. 6:27 left in the second period. Rockets leading 5-0. Center pass, shot deflected by the goalie. Now sent up to Salmons at the point. He sends it across the ice. Not ready to receive the puck and gets checked over there. Battling for the puck for sure. Now Salmons. He decides to take it himself and then sends it back to the defender. Now up the side of the boards and into the zone, the Rockets go. Salmon stepping up the point again, sends it over into the corner. Ascend sends it through the zone. Rockets might have got away with too many men on the ice right there. Shot from Ascend doesn't get to the goalie. Now back into the neutral zone. And the Rockets have a breakaway again. Not really though. He didn't have control of the puck, just went over to the corner. Now some moves made. Puck not able to stay in the zone. Rockets playing pass to see if they can get an open shot. Now some moves made again. Shot deflected off the right shoulder pad of the goalie. Another shot goes wide right. Rockets in the corner. Puck trickles out behind the net and then over to the side of boards. Battle in the corner, Ascend then sends it right back up the boards to the point. He sends it on towards the center, gets deflected out in front, and then Ascend ends up with the puck and flips it into the neutral zone. Foot chase. Rockets get there first. Ascend now shoots it, tries to shoot it, but Rockets are all over it. Stick after stick on that shot. Now the Rockets send it deep into the zone and go for a line change with the D at least, and a couple of the offensive guys change as well. Rockets have Alexander now in front of the net. Center pass, but not in a place he could get a shot off. Now Ascend gets held up at the blue line, and the Rockets are there to shut it down. And little shot dribbles in and covered by the Rockets goalie. Face off inside the Rockets zone. Won by the Rockets, sent up the side of the boards. Rockets pass it out of the zone now. It's McLaughlin. Rocket checked into the boards. Now Sin sends it back into the neutral zone. Rocket's right there. Defender to defender pass and then sent into the zone. Sin picks it up, sends it right back into the neutral zone. Just a bit outside. Now the Rockets with it. McLaughlin can't get it out of the zone. Defender right there sent it into the neutral zone. As Sin picks it up, crosses back into their own zone. Their own zone. And then fall and shot. The Sin fell down. Rocket was right there. As soon as he got it, he shot it on net and was glove saved by the Sin goalie with 1:53 left in the second period. Rockets lead 5-0 as you can see on the scoreboard. Or if you're following along in your car, it's 5-0. 5-0. Null. Whatever one you like. Rockets in control of the puck again. Shot wide left. And that's going to be a penalty. I'm going to go a roughing call. Young's going to the box for pushing him down, I guess he's saying. Little push down action. And that's going to give a power play with 1:37 left for a 2-minute power play. So they'll have a power play coming into the third period, as everybody else can probably do math just like I can. 2-minute penalty, 1:37 left in the second period. Face-off control by the Rockets, and Follis sends it all the way back to the other side of the ice. And they're going to call icing, because that's the right call. Face off. That looked like Aikens. A Sin back in the neutral zone. They're on the power play here. They enter the zone again. Make a pass deflected by a Rocket. Now shot deflected by Follis out in front. He sends it towards the middle of the ice, but he can't quite get it out of the zone. Now Salmons heads after it. He tries to make a good pass, but it gets intercepted by Sin. Now they're back in the zone. Nope, not quite yet. Now they're back in the zone. And they're offsides because they did a little twirl into the blue line, past the blue line. Can't do that. Puts people offsides. Face-off right in front of me outside the Rockets zone. Won by a Sin. They send it across the ice. Intercepted by Alexander. Alexander for a hat trick here. Don't jinx him. And I did it. Alexander there gets the hat trick for the night. Maybe probably the best night of hockey I've seen him make. I'll take the Rockets up 6-0. He did a mic drop, stick drop. That's his main celebration, I think, off the hat trick. For those of you keeping up with the Sullys. And back to the other side of the ice. Must have went off a Rocket. I didn't see it. It's going to be icing. It's going to bring it down to the other side of the ice with 15.1 seconds left. Remember, the Rockets are on a penalty kill. Mr. Young. Dun, 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 dun. they were able to score, and they're doing a good job of keeping it on the other side of the ice. Face-off won by Ascend. Back to the point. Shot kind of dribbles in, gets blocked out in front, then sent back to the point again. He sends it across to the other point. He skates up and shot, and just a little too late. Good idea trying to skate up and get a good shot, but just a little too late. And that's going to end the second period with the Rockets up 6-0. Still 22 seconds left in that penalty. All right, Young starts out in the penalty box at the beginning of the 12 minutes here. Third period. Face-off won by Ascend. Now Rockets across the blue line. McLaughlin after it. He's got a goal for sure. He's going for another one. Oh. And sent back deep. Young's out now. 5-on-5 hockey. Ascend now past the blue line. Rockets in. Back check. Get the puck. Steal the puck. Now, looks like Vashon's got the puck behind the net. Good thing he had his head up there. That wouldn't have felt good. Now deflected out in front. Now Vashon with the shot. Another shot. Both deflected out in front. Rockets now behind the net. Center pass. Oh, he was ready to take a shot. Now Rocket right in front of the net. Shot. Deflected up and over. Rockets behind. It's like Gross sends it back out to the point. He steps up and shoots one, floats it in. Nice little ground ball the goalie could handle. The clock is running now. 10-11 on the clock and counting. Face off. Rockets shot. Deflected out in front, and then glove saved by the goalie. Now Salmon's shot. Deflected. Another shot. Deflected. Send it back to him again. I know he wants one. Now Salmons sends it across the ice. Her player on the ice just doubles up. Rockets now. Send now comes up with the puck, but Rockets point sends it back deep. Rockets right in front of the net, shot deflected front. Another shot on net. Goalie covers. The Rockets are hungry. They're working that goalie pretty hard. He's doing a great job. He's taking a lot of shots on goal up here, but it's a lot. Face off won by Ascend. They send it back to their winger. He sends it up the ice. I think that was the winger. Maybe it was the defender. Now Rockets send it back across the blue line. Ascend picks it up. Ascend sends it up to the blue line again. And now Ascend has a chance here across their blue line. Our blue line. Goes way high. And now the puck's headed back the other way. Goalie calls for icing and then steps up to keep the puck in play. 7:52 left in this game. Now Ascend comes out of the tussle with the puck, sends it right back to each other. 2 passes. Another back check by the Rockets. Now the Rockets again. Gross skates down all by himself while everybody gets a line change. Makes a shot, deflects out in front of the net. Now Rockets again. Another shot on net deflected. The Rockets pass out. Follis at the point. Follis steps up, rips one. That had to hurt a little bit for that defender in front of the net. Deflected off of him. Now back to Follis again. Follis steps up shot. And that goes up and over the net after the deflection in front of the net. Sent back deep into the corner. Attempted pass, center pass, and then shot. Boy, that poor goalie. Now Follis back at the point again. He passes across, but no connection there. Center pass again, shot. And that's deflected out in front. Now back to the point on the right side. Sent deep. And right in front of the net, Gross, backhand shot. And then that's deflected, and another shot right in front of the net, and that one's deflected. They're going to send it all the way to the other side of the ice where there's no icing. The Rockets need to get a line change here for sure. Ike takes it by himself while everybody else goes for a line change. Man, glove save. Shot from the corner, scooped up by the goalie and covered. 4:55 and counting on the clock. Face off, controlled by Ascend, intercepted by the Rockets. And then back in Ascend's hands again. They send it across the ice right to Salmons. Salmons passes it up and sends it into the zone. That was Benoit decided not to skate up. They're going to take every chance they can right now. Oh. Now Salmons, and they slow way down. Salmons didn't even have to do anything. and a 2-on-1, and then it ended up being a 2-on-2, and then a nothing. Now a shot covered. And that's going to send Otto to the box. Roughing. It's not often the little guy gets to rough the big guy, but that's what happened right there. Kind of a cheap shot, but you know. It's going to be icing on the Rockets. 2-minute power play, 3:23 running clock. Now it's 3:23. And Ascend loses blue line. Shot, Deshaun. Sean with the easy shot on net there. Great job though. It's never easy. It's going to take the Rockets up 7-0. Running clock still. Now we're at 2 minutes. Face off at center ice. Won by Ascend. They battle through. Now Flawless behind the net. Sends it up the boards. Blocked at the point by Ascend. They send it across the ice. Deflected off a Rocket. Back over to the other point. Into the corner to center. And shot by Ascend. Blocked in front by the goalie. Minute 25 left. And the Rockets able to back to Flawless. Flawless gets it out of the zone there. Shot blocked out and then left out in front. The Rockets chase after it, but Ascend with the puck. Rockets send the boards out of the zone. Ascend keeps it and enters the zone again. Now Flawless out in front. Puck in front of the net. Shot out to the side by the Rockets. Now Alexander chases after it. He's got one guy to beat, and he gets him. 25 seconds left in the game. Rockets going to change everybody out for the last time here tonight. Ten seconds left. Clock still running. There's the face-off. Ascend sends it down, but close save by Benoit. Passes to himself, and that's the end of the game. Rockets are going to come over this one, win it 6-0. We got another game. We got 2 more games tomorrow and a championship or consolation game on Sunday. We also have a B-League game, Parkway Central versus Parkway West tomorrow night after the Rockets game, as well as some the 10U teams all on this weekend if you're going to watch. Take care. See ya.